We are live, Coach H live behind the scenes here at the New Balance track facility. I'm standing with my main man, ladies and gentlemen, arguably the man to be, New Balance Nationals. But I'm standing, if you do not know, I'm standing with Devin Kipyego, St. Raphael's High School in Providence, Rhode Island. Devin's entered his senior year. He's recently committed to University of Iowa Cyclones. And Devin, I want to unpack some things because this didn't happen today. You've been putting in work for a long time. But before we got to track and field, what sports were you doing in middle school, like seventh grade, sixth grade? What were those sports that you participated in?
I was playing soccer. That's pretty much it. I was a full-time soccer player. I played football. I played baseball. I was kind of a multi-sport athlete. I didn't really find running until high school, freshman year. But I was really convinced in the running and really going to that next level. It was more like going to soccer and getting my next level. But after I got hurt, and I figured hey, I saw my brother do what he can do, and I just figured that I can go to that next level in running.
All right. First and foremost, we want to be able to give you guys a background. You have such a unique name. Your name is Devin Kipyego, so your nationality, your family is Kenyan and
Well, German. We're German.
Okay.
Kenyan and German.
So the Kipyego family's been representing, like you mentioned earlier, Darius.
Yeah.
Your older brother Darius is actually one of the top 800-meter runners in the collegiate level.
No, he's ranked, I'm pretty sure, 6th right now. The whole Iowa State is kind of filth right now.
Yeah. How has Darius's experiences and his journey inspired you? Like you said, you entered freshman year, and your brother is one of the best athletes in the country. How did that inspire you?
I mean, it inspired me big because I remember he was running at this meet, this Grand Prix on his I think it was his junior year. He was running all these meets, and just seeing going to these meets, I was like, hey, I want to be that great, and I want to do all these big things that he goes to, and gets so much paying for it. And I was like, hey, that could be me if I really put in the hard work, put in the effort, listen to my coach, and those were the biggest three. I mean, trust, hard work.
Oof, you said it.
And
trust, hard work.
And that's kind of that's the key point of this becoming a great athlete.
Is the trust. So when you say trust, outside of your parents, right? You have an amazing coach.
Yeah.
How has that relationship with Coach McGill, how has that shaped you to become the tenacious athlete you are? Because before you go forward, Chris was a monster himself.
Yeah.
Does your coach help you make the race cerebral, that you can see the race in a different perspective because of Chris's experiences?
Exactly. I mean, he really sees it in a different point of view that I sometimes see it. I see it as more hey, I want to go beat this kid, but he sees it as more tactical. He sees it what we can really do, not even this race, but what leads to the next races. We kind of talked a lot about this, and honestly, I think McGill's kind of been my second dad. He's just helped me through everything. Even outside of running, he's just been coming through that and helping me out a lot.
And now we have the covenant barrier. Many moons ago, Roger Bannister set the benchmark, and now you're that guy that's looking at that benchmark. You have your personal best right now is 4 minutes.
6:4.
So a sub 4 minute is coming in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully tomorrow. If I don't get it tomorrow, I always got New Balance Nationals. I got Millrose. There's a bunch of kind of meets that I'm looking forward to. But, I think we go one race at a time. And tomorrow is hopefully the time I go sub 4. I also want to be competitive in that race. I just want to, they're going out pretty hot in 157. I think I'm going to hang back a little bit, be more competitive, and just try to work my way up to get that first spot.
I was talking to Chris earlier. I said, yo, Chris, I'll be wondering, is it a match? Is the K the sweet spot? Because Darius, baby bro will crack you in the mile, the 3K. He'll get you, Darius. We know that.
Yeah.
But is it a race at the K?
Yes. Yeah. No.
I think that could be the race.
I think it could be a race.
I mean, look at how that would look like.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I've always wanted to race him. I mean, we're gonna try to set it up during this year in BU. But he had to focus on the 800. He has plans to go to the NCAA Nationals, and it didn't really work out. But next year we're going to the same school, and we're definitely gonna battling out at the DMR spot. You know, we're gonna be having some battles for sure.
Oh, I never thought about that. The
So
Kipyego DMR for the Cyclones in the
yeah.
future.
And I think that's
Ooh.
that's a big thing now. Like DMRs are kind of big in NCAA's. You know,
Yeah.
that's that's a big thing. So I mean, that's what I've always Coach Suds has always been like, Kipyego DMR. That's how we always saw it. So
Well, Devin, I just want to say over the years, it's been an honor.
thank you.
You've been so humble. You're a great athlete. Like I said, you're tenacious, but you never, ever not took time out to talk to me or any of the athletes. I definitely appreciate you on that.
Thank you for having me.
But before we close, you're from Providence, correct?
Yeah.
And I was just talking to Chris earlier. I'm like, you guys had a run. Sophia was running Sophia G. She's
Yeah.
a phenomenal athlete.
Yep.
Tyreek last year in the throws.
Yeah.
What can we say to the next kid out in the Rhode Island state limits, the kids in Providence, the kids that live in Pawtucket, East Providence? Doesn't matter what school you go to.
Exactly.
Hendricken, Hope, doesn't matter. How can they continue to keep Providence and Rhode Island at the national caliber scale? What do they need to do? Because you'll be graduating.
Yeah.
Someone needs to inherit,
Yeah.
and it will not be easy shoes to fill. But what would you say to the next future athletes that will be representing your state? What could you say to them? What can they get out of what they could see from your experience and your journey?
I think trusting your coach is the biggest thing, like going up to practice. Like, if you're not going to put in the work, you're not going to get to that next level. And, McGill was a big guy. He told me, like, if you want to get to the next level, you got to put in that work. You got to put in the trust. And I think those are kind of the two biggest things that you got to do. Like, there's a lot of coaches, like Coach Doyle from Hendricken, great coach. He brings all of his guys everywhere. Like, if you're willing to put in the work, put in the hard effort, he's going to take you to New York. LaSalle also has great guys. They have great groups. And I think there's always going to be talent coming in out of Raleigh. We see it with Darius. We saw it with Jack McLaughlin. There's a bunch of people that came out of, all these big schools or Rhode Island, DJ
Principe, Jack, yeah.
Salisbury, there was a bunch of guys, that were solid. And it's such a small state, but we produce some of the best runners. And I really think it keeps on striving. And, I feel like there's a lot of people that look out and being a small state, but we produce so much track runners.
Kids, drop your IGs. Make sure you're following. Kids,
Hey.
What is it?
Devin Kipyego.
It's at Devin Kipyego straight.
Exactly.
Yo, kids, make sure you're following
Thank
Devin Kipyego. This is the guy to beat.
Hey.
He doesn't do it tomorrow. We'll be looking at a next All-American, 10-time state champion, national champion in the steeplechase.
Steeplechase.
You have the outdoor Rhode Island mile record,
Yeah.
and you're going to be the next man to join the sub 4-minute barrier.
Yeah.
Big list. So, Devin, like I said, thank you for representing our sport, your family,
Thank you.
New England. When I
Hey.
see you run, I feel like we win, because you represent New England. So I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best in America, not
Hey.
only in America, in the world, Devin Kipyego.
Best commentator out here, too.
Appreciate you, Dev.
No problem.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you.
Thank you.